So I'm gonna start my presentation. So good morning, dear lecturer and audience. We are Group 21 in International Transport Management. So before we get started to go through our content, I would like to introduce my teammate. So they are Ng Kai, Tan Zhen Huang, Yong Zihui, and Hishua. So this and me and Chen. So this is our teammate. So today we are going to present about the strategy of mitigating the risk of international transport risk. So international transport plays a fundamental role in the globalized business scenario, connecting markets and boosting. It also brings us a lot of benefits like access to more destination, fewer storage requirement, easy real-time tracking, and more. It has been an important part in our life, which it can allow our life to go smoothly with transport. But you see, even so, international transport could provide such a lot of benefit. But the transportation and logistics industry has been battling the operational and commercial fallout of multiple global crises. But it still has risks that it might impact by other issues. Although international transport is nearly consummate, but when the problem is come to them, it still has a feeling of fatigue to cover it, like economic loss, rest of the price rate, and the data leakage. So the most common example for this year is the Red Sea crisis. So our purpose is to share what kind of strategy can be a solution for each of a risk we will discuss. Before we get started to talk about the strategy, so we should let you know what are the risks that faced by international transport for nowadays. So this is the introduction part. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello, Miss. My name is Ng Kai. I'm in charge of the part of risks. So first of the risks is accidents and collision. Accidents and collision are more common in road and sea transportation. These risks can easily cause delays in the delivery of goods, as collision and accidents may cause disruption in transportation activities, for example, air freight or sea shipping. Even all of the goods will damage, resulting in reimbursement. Next slide. The next is the environmental hazard. Natural disaster and environmental hazard are uncontrollable risks with a wide range of impact. For example, typhoon, blizzard, or earthquake. And in all modes of transportation, air freight is the mode of transport most vulnerable to transportation to environmental hazard. Next is the infrastructure wear and tear. All transport infrastructure, including airports, shipping ports, and railway terminals, may expose to this risk. Old and poorly maintained infrastructure and related equipment can hinder transportation activities. For example, if a port's hanging equipment is failed, it may cause the containers falls, affecting the port's daily operation. Next. And the last risk is more special entity. It is regulatory and compliances challenge. Trade section and tariff may hit international shipping and reduce the quantity of shipment. And these risks mainly involve the freight rate fluctuation and rising costs. And the last elements of regulatory and compliances challenges is the border control will impede the transport operations in the future and of course at the long term. That's all of my presentation. I would like to pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Kai. Hello, Miss. And now I'm going to talk about the way to reduce all these risks. So first, reducing accident and collision in international transportation operation. It's required a comprehensive strategy that incorporates technological, legal and operational measures. First, we need to enforce traffic law and promote public awareness campaigns such as avoiding distraction and driving sober. This is to educate the general public and prevent harmful behavior. Public awareness toward road safety, maritime safety, and aviation safety. Next, we must upgrade roadway design to make roadway more safer by installing clear signage, establish pedestrian area, and improving port facilities. We can also use smart infrastructure that integrate technology to improve the effectiveness of our infrastructure. For example, smart traffic management system and infrastructure that can interact with automobiles to help reduce accident and collision in international transportation operation. Next slide. So next we got one method for reducing the risk of natural disaster and environmental hazard in international transportation is to analyze the risk. So there are numerous strategies for doing so, including completing risk assessments by regularly assessing the likelihood of the natural disaster, such as reviewing past storm, flood, and earthquake incident. By combining all of this important knowledge, we can make an informed decision and create a contingency strategy. For example, rather than relying on a single route, we can have numerous alternative routes to reduce the dangers of the environmental hazard in international transport. The next strategy is to partner with the International Maritime Organization (IMO) and partner with the International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO) to develop international guidelines and regulations designed to decrease all these greenhouse gas emissions. So that's all from my part. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Zhen Huang. Now we're talking about the strategy of the infrastructure wear and tear. Before we start it, we need to understand why infrastructure will wear and tear. For the first is about the lifetime, and the second is about the people damage, and the third is sun and rain. Okay, for the first strategy, government can try to customize and strengthening the law. So we just now got say the infrastructure wear and tear is because people damage. We can see the picture on the right hand side. Actually, this is the Korean video, Korean movie. Okay, in this video, the man put the nail into the road, and this is the damage. Yeah, they do that just just because they need the business income from the customer. So for the next strategy is about the regular inspection and services. Already know infrastructure wear and tear may because of the sun and rain. So government can try to do a regular inspection and service. They can maybe in 10 years or 20 years once for one time. Yeah, this is because they will avoid the infrastructure condition to be worse. They can repair it early. So for the next is repair promptly when found to be in bad condition or damage. Already know about the lifetime of people damage or the sun and rain. Yeah. So if the cost of the government not enough for do a regular inspection and services, they can try to encourage citizens repair promptly when found to be in bad condition or damage. So they can provide the public contact information or the contact number, or giving the feedback system for citizens to feedback them. When the citizen feedback government can repair promptly when found to be in bad condition or damage. This reduces the risk of the repair. They just repair immediately, not wait long time and change a new one. Next slide. Now we're talking about the strategy of regulatory and compliance challenge. So before we start it, we need to understand one thing first. Why regulatory and compliance need to be developed? Okay, So because of the country need to development. So because country need to development, some regulatory must be developed. The development regulatory is for the economy and also safety of the country. So for the first strategy, government and business need to try understanding the new regulatory requirement, regulatory requirement. Yeah. So for the business, they must understanding the new regulatory requirement before they do the new businesses. This can follow rules and make the operation be more smoothly. Government need to understanding the new regulatory requirements is reasonable or not. For the next is try to get a specialized permit. This one most is for the business. Business can try to get a specialized permit from the government because some the regulatory change, this will influence their business, so the complaints will be more. So the governments can also try to give the specialized permit to the business if the reason is reasonable. For example, just now I say the change in regulatory is already influence the business, their business. So for the last is build a stronger relation network. Okay, this is for the country and business also. The country need to build a stronger relation network from other countries such as Singapore, Thailand. Okay, that because some resources import or export need to the permit, so they can try to build a stronger relation network. Then let the permit can be get more easily. For the businesses also need to build a stronger relation network because the specialized permits actually is not easy to get it. So when they need to get it, they also need to build a stronger relation network with the governments or whatever. Yeah, so they need to build a stronger relation network, let their operation be more smoothly, and the specialized permit be more easily get it. That's all my part. Now I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Hi, Miss. So for my part is conclusion. As a conclusion, managing risk in transportation is crucial to ensuring efficiency and safety. Accidents and collisions can be mitigated by enhanced road safety, utilizing smart infrastructure and enforcing traffic laws. Addressing infrastructure wear and tear requires customary regulation, regulator inspection, and prompt repairs. Accidents and collision in road and sea transportation can cause delays and damage to the goods, necessitating improvement in road safety, smart infrastructure, and traffic law enforcement. Infrastructure wear and tear, especially in aging facilities, can lead to inefficiencies, requires regular inspection, quick repairs, and more robust regulatory framework. Environmental hazards such as natural disasters pose significant risk, particularly to air freight, underscoring the need of robust risk management strategies. Additionally, regulatory and compliance challenges, including border controls and trade sectors, can disrupt transportation operation, highlighting the importance of understanding regulatory requirements, obtaining specialized permits, and building strong network. By addressing these risks with targeted strategies, transportation and logistic operation can be made more efficient and resilient, ensuring the smooth flows of goods and services. The collaboration among various stakeholders is essential to mitigate these risks and enhance the overall effectiveness of the transportation system. Thank you.
So thank you, Miss, for your watching. That's all of our presentation, guys.
Okay,
Thank you,
Miss.
No sharing screen.
Edit lah, edit lah.
Boleh.